All right.
He throws like a girl!
Come on, people don't say that anymore, dude. The correct term is he throws like a Chalamet, probably.
The Griffins attend an Oktoberfest celebration hosted by the local brewery, which hopes to revitalize its image in the community. It's like the writers distilled every drop of absurdity from a Bavarian beer stein and served it with a side of chaotic shenanigans. Let's start with the brewery's noble attempt to win back market share lost to fentanyl. A questionable marketing strategy, for sure, but hey, nothing screams safe community like beer, pretzels, and horns that go Impa. Germans came up with Oktoberfest to prove they're not just World War enthusiasts, but also purveyors of fun, beer-filled afternoons.
Are you supposed to be touching that?
They look like little poops. You must make me whole again. Never mind, this is my destiny.
Let's be honest, though, if you replace pretzels with sausages that look like tiny poops, the credibility of silly and fun takes a bit of a nosedive. And Chris, you must make me whole again, sausage moment? Classic Chris, always finding existential dread in processed meat. Then there's Stewie and Brian Chiropractor Encounter. It's a lesson in modern customer service, charge an arm, leg, and apparently a fart surcharge. And they say inflation is bad. Naturally, this inspires the duo to pursue the noble art of spine cracking.
Should we become chiropractors?
Already on it. Siri, how do I become a chiropractor?
Do you want to be a doctor but don't like to read books?
Yes?
Congratulations, you are now a chiropractor. Mailing certification and teeth whitening kit now.
Oh, that was easy.
Who knew becoming a chiropractor also came with a teeth whitening kit? Multitasking at its finest. Lois, meanwhile, channels New England lady drunk energy to demand Peter win her a cheap carnival toy or face the wrath of her ex-boyfriend's resume of bad decisions.
Everybody get ready to hear who made first team all dirtbag.
Tom Hambley would have had me double-fisting highly flammable bootleg SpongeBob's by now.
Yeah, didn't he also whip it out to your mom before your prom?
He said he mistimed how far away he was from our hallway bathroom.
Enter Mikey Bagshaw, a man who, somehow, thought shamrock tattoos were a bold fashion statement and not an invitation to be a walking St. Patrick's Day mascot. Lois' determination to win a prize at the festival leads Peter to navigate awkward encounters with her ex-boyfriends and humorous flashbacks to his karate classes.
This is really testing me. I wonder what my old karate sensei would want me to do.
Take your sneakers off, Peter. You can't wear them on the mats.
But they light up, sensei.
Put them in the cubbies. Jeez, every class with this clown.
Ah, this Family Guy masterpiece plays like a symphony of embarrassment, with Peter's inability to throw a ball at its comedic crescendo. And let's not overlook the episode's ode to awkward family photography. Nothing immortalizes a child's fleeting innocence quite like forcing them into hated clothing and plopping them in front of a generic tree. The ad promises memories that'll last a lifetime, but let's face it, the real memory will be the bite marks from when Spider-Man's shoes were confiscated. Meanwhile, chaos and comedic humiliation ensue as Peter faces ridicule for his inability to throw a ball properly, as he's being mockingly discredited by his family.
Well, technically it didn't qualify as a throw. It fell somewhere between a roll and a...
Oh, come on, barely anybody shot at. I'm sure it'll all blow over.
And now in Ha-Ha, look at this guy news. Ha-Ha, look at this guy.
Chris, at the same time, decides it's time to overthrow the Griffin hierarchy. All because Peter couldn't manage a respectable ball toss. The power struggle unfolds with the subtlety of a wrestling match in clown shoes. And Chris, armed with sarcasm, reigns supreme. Double chief me? Truly, Peter's dignity was chiefed right out of the room. Oh, and Lois? Lois stays sharp, dissecting Peter's athleticism like a surgeon wielding a scalpel of sass.
I always knew you were overweight, but I thought you were at least athletic fat. I told people you were a good fat, like an avocado. Now I don't know what you are.
Athletic fat? Lois, please, give avocados a break. No need for your metaphors to destroy brunch. At this point, Peter's insecurities are on full display as he's being avoided by his friends.
Okay, I see that I don't have the support of my family on this, but at least I have my friends. I'm gonna see if they want to meet at the clan. They said they're busy.
I see gifs of people without genitals.
That means busy.
Highlights include Peter reflecting on his unique throwing skills taught by social raccoons when he was a kid because his dad didn't have time to teach him. Peter's throwing skills, or lack thereof, are so abysmal they defy physics. The man describes his ability as really good for a raccoon, which begs the question, were these raccoons professional athletes in a parallel woodland league? Imagine the scout meeting. This guy's got potential, but he throws like he's dodging branches in the forest. But wait! Enter the minor league baseball team coach, desperate for gimmicks, like Peter's throw that qualifies as a roll or
I'll do it.
What? You're gonna embarrass yourself again, this time on a bigger stage.
So, did Batgirl just give up when everyone said her movie stunk?
Yes, very publicly, yes.
Oh. Well, I'm not Batgirl.
Their marketing strategy? Why bother with talent when you can have an airborne debacle starring Peter Griffin? Meanwhile, Stewie and Brian prove they are the family's wild card by opening their own chiropractic office and employing Chris as their receptionist. Forget medical training, Stewie knows how to spot silent killers like sitting, standing, and variety.
Wow, you are so tight. Do you sit a lot? Sitting's the silent killer.
No, I stand quite often.
And that's your problem right there. Standing's the silent killer.
I actually mix it up pretty good.
Variety, the silent killer.
Stewie and Brian's chiropractic scam escalates into fish-related chaos as Chris opens his own chiropractic office right beside his former employer's place. This culminates into Eric, the tropical fish guy, becoming the MVP of aquatic diagnostics. Between upside-down fish drama and caffeine-induced energy drink hysteria, Chris somehow manages to outshine Brian and Stewie, throwing debacle with his own brand of entrepreneurial absurdity.
A lot of those people came to you with real problems and you just exploited them for money.
Yeah, that's the whole chiropractic model.
Well, I figured I could actually help them and take their money.
Family Guy hits it out of the park, or maybe straight into the dugout, with Peter's quest to throw the perfect first pitch. First, Peter's relentless optimism shines brighter than a minor league stadium floodlight. He confidently declares he'll throw a strike, ignoring the fact that his throwing technique resembles a raccoon playing dodgeball. But guess who steps in as his coach?
I guess I'm always just gonna be one of those guys who throws like a girl.
You wish you threw like a girl.
Meg?
Meg steps in as his unlikely coach, surprising everyone with her impressive sports background, which, apparently, has been buried deeper than Peter's knowledge of parenting. The dynamic between Meg and Peter turns hilariously awkward as he realizes he knows less about his own daughter than he does about minor league mascots.
Are you serious? I won a state championship with my basketball team. I went to the Olympics in Korea.
Yeah, I don't watch the Meg episodes.
So you don't know anything about me?
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I got a lot of passwords to remember, so I'm always cycling through those.
Her impressive sports past, unearthed like a forgotten trophy in the attic, catches everyone off guard. It is like discovering your daughter's athletic accolades is equivalent to finding an unused coupon in your wallet. Enter Roger Clemens, or should I say, allegedly Roger Clemens. His pitching advice starts off sensibly, before taking a sharp turn into inject yourself territory, complete with instructions to stash needles in your wife's gym bag. Because nothing says domestic harmony like steroid paraphernalia. Clemens' advice is so ridiculous, it makes Peter look downright normal in comparison, which is truly saying something. Peter faces his ultimate challenge, overcoming performance anxiety to throw the ceremonial first pitch at a minor league game.
She told me that part of your problem might be performance anxiety.
Yeah, what context was this brought up in?
The one you're thinking. She said sometimes watching someone else do it first helps. So I invited Cleveland over to do it with Mom while you watch from the stool.
Peter's struggle with performance anxiety is a masterpiece of misplaced determination. He's like Rocky Balboa if Rocky's greatest foe was a minor league baseball and his training regimen included LSD trips and botched advice from Roger Clemens. Armed with a mix of misguided confidence, questionable advice, and a bit of LSD-induced soul-searching.
We had empty stomachs, so the drugs kicked in pretty quick. I never learned to throw that day, but we got scared by a faucet and pooped ourselves in an Exxon station. I saw my whole life's timeline that afternoon, and it was beautiful. Now it's my 92nd birthday.
Peter embarks on a journey filled with absurdity and self-discovery. The subplot of competing chiropractic businesses is equally ridiculous. Chris' newfound chiropractic expertise rivals Stewie and Brian's scam, complete with the hilariously serious mantra of caring. The Department of Health's investigation eventually wraps it all up with a satisfying dose of comeuppance, proving that no scam survives when flashy cars and vanity plates are involved. And oh, that fateful pitch! With Meg's pep talk dangling between motivational and brutally honest.
Dad, look at me. When you step out there, it's just you, the ball, and 2,000 people who are counting on you to fail. And if there's one thing I know about being your daughter, it's that when someone's counting on you, you always let them down.
People are counting on you to fail. So, are you going to disappoint them, or really disappoint them? Peter's big moment arrives. Against all odds, he throws a passable strike, albeit with his arm bending in directions only Gumby could replicate. His victory lap, a bizarre fusion of triumph and flailing, is less athlete's glory and more dad who just stepped on a Lego.
I guess you don't throw like a girl anymore.
No, that's exactly what I throw like. Time for a victory lap. La 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 la.
Is that how he really runs?
We'll work on that.
Finally, the rebranding of the stadium to Pornhub Field is the cherry on this Sunday of satire. It's a tongue-in-cheek commentary on corporate sponsorships, leaving us to wonder if our pastime is really baseball or just outrageous branding deals.
Where do you think you're going, Griffin? No one leaves without hitting the showers first.
Can I wear my gym shorts?
No! We gotta see it! That's baseball.